Hey friends, Breakman79 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. And when we left off, we got a new little friend here. Thank goodness. Hopefully this is going to help us stay alive a lot longer. Okay. Task number 2 is to find the guy that is selling the... what were they? Oh boy. Yeah. South and east of her hut. But yes, we're looking for the market. You know, we should probably check that out. Could it be in there? Let's check out the tattoo parlor.
I'm gone.
There we go. There's the entrance. Hello. You see a Dabus, but something about it strikes you as odd. It has the same shock of white hair, the same greenish cast to its skin, the same pair of goat horns. But then you suddenly realize this one is walking on the ground, not floating. For some reason, this makes you uneasy. Try to strike up a conversation and see if you can translate what the creature is saying. Ooh, 1,000 experience. You ask the Dabus several questions, trying to get a feel for the rabuses that appear above its head. It is extremely patient throughout your discussion, giving you easy sentences to translate. After a few minutes, you start to get the hang of it. It feels like you've done this before. I wonder if this is related to me boosting my intelligence like all the way up to 18. I bet it is. Maybe you can help me. The Dabus waits. Who are you? As you are about to ask, you suddenly realize you already know the Dabus' name. His name is Fel. As if in response, the Dabus inclines his head slightly, and a lone symbol appears above its head. It is blurry at first, then resolves into a white oval with a black lightning bolt through it. I feel like I know you, Fel. Fel bows reverently, and a stream of symbols swirl about his head, rotating clockwise, then counterclockwise. It takes you a moment to translate. This is the first time and... Oh, wait a minute. This is the first time and not the first time you have come to this place. Do you know who I am? Another series of symbols materialize quickly and sharply into focus above Fel's head. The translation comes to you just as quickly and sharply as the symbols themselves, and as if you have translated the exact same string many times before. Yes, but I am not permitted to tell your story. Why not?
Updated my journal.
For a moment, there is no response from Fel. Then a stream of rabuses appear, as if trickling out of the Fel's mind. My apologies, I cannot change the nature of a man. You can't explain why, but the last sentence sends a crawling sensation through your skull. Nature of a man, what does that mean? The symbols that appear above Fel almost mirror the previous stream. My apologies, I cannot say. Guess we're not going to get anywhere this way. What is this place? A slow train of symbols materialize around Fel's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then fleshing themselves out into breathtaking colors. This is where I tattoo color and life upon flesh and bone. Okay. What tattoos do you have? Well, what do these things do? Invokes Hold Undead. You have learned to speak with the dead and hear their stories. even from beyond the eternal boundary. This tattoo draws upon your powers over undead and heightens them, allowing you to chain the undead within range with a single command. Tattoo is only limited number. Okay. Tattoo the skull. Plus -1 to wisdom, +1 to charisma. For all of Morty's faults, having as a companion makes you seem more capable and not so much of a stranger to Sigil streets. This tattoo reinforces that bond, giving you +1 to charisma, and when invoked, it also lends you some of Morty's luck and his ability to shrug off anything that would otherwise cause him to stop talking, such as paralyzation or stunning. Unfortunately, it also gives the user a penalty for their wisdom, which is not hard to understand, considering how little Morty has to spare. It'll run out of the other one, but the charisma bonus will always be there. Tattoo of Greater Might. Ooh, +2 to strength. +2 to intelligence. +1 to wisdom. Can't what does this one do? +1 to dexterity. That might not be such a bad idea, but can't afford it. Okay, there's no point in looking at these now. Can't buy anything. Where does that go?
Done.
Huh. Human skin has been stretched across the wooden frames. Skin is covered with tattoos. That's kind of creepy. Is he skinning people alive back here? Alright.
Alright.
Let's check out the warehouse next.
I'm gone.
Come on, guys.
I'm gone.
Huh. I seem to have lost my little pointer thing. Alright.
Done.
There we go. Huh.
I'm gone.
Is he the only one in here? Well. Moving from box to box, this man seems to be totally immersed in counting boxes and scribbling results down on a piece of parchment. He looks annoyed as you interrupt him. What is it now? Can't you see I'm busy taking inventory? Go bother somebody else. Okay, there's nothing I can open in here.
Alright.
It's just... There we go. Hive thugs, lots of hugs. What is that? Much as this creature's body is a combination of man and ram, his head is a mix of sorts. With a broad flat nose, goat ears, and a pair of curling horns. Intricate designs are shaved into his dirty pelt, and a massive flanged pole arm hangs from his belt harness. He doesn't seem to notice you. Hello? He turns to face you with startling speed, his eyes dark and suspicious of you. His voice is deep and rumbling, but not quite human, and heavily accented. What do you want, two legs? His hand is close to his polearm. Only to speak with you. He seems to calm down. His hand drops away from his weapon. He still keeps a certain distance from you, however. What do you wish to ask me? Why are you so wary of me? He seems sad for a moment. This place, a wretched, unclean place, is full of unfriendly, sometimes desperate people. Not that best place for visiting barrier 2 legs. He shrugs. I have business here, and so I'm here. Visiting? You don't live here? The barrier shakes his head, laughing. No, 2 legs. No barrier could live like this. Where are you from? From the plains of Ysgard. Ysgard? 2 legs. They are my home. He smiles in fond recollection, as if warmed by the memory. Okay, what are you here for? Another time, 2 legs. If we ever meet in a happier place, I shall tell you all about it. Okay, something else. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? The lady? He looks around as if to see if anyone's overheard. I only know that she rules this place, all of Sigil, and that the locals feel it bad luck to speak of her. Okay. I don't doubt he's gonna know about my journal. Nope. Okay. Southwestern. Oh, let's go down there. Have we been here before? Office of Vermin and Disease Control. I seem to recall reading a notice about that. Hive Dwelling. Braxton's Kip. Hive Dwelling. Oh, there's the marketplace. Oh, we don't want to go there.
All right. I'm gone.
Ash Mantle. Oh boy. You see a pale-faced dustman in long black robes. Unlike the dustman you saw in the mortuary, however, this man looks confused and is glancing about, as if looking for something. When he spots you, he raises his hand to attract your attention. Hello? The man seems relieved that you are speaking to him. He bows slightly. Thank you for hearing me, traveler. I am known as Ash Mantle, one of the Dustman's sect. I was wondering if you could direct me. I don't know the area very well, and I'm looking for a certain establishment, a bar, that those of my sect frequent. Do you know of such a place? So, we can just outright tell him. We can... front... Oh, whatever. Just tell him where it is. The dustman smiles. Thank you very much, traveler. I appreciate your kindness. The people of the Hive are rarely helpful in such matters. Tell me about it. Say, can I ask you some questions? What questions do you have? Ew. I don't think this is going to be very useful. Huh. Interesting. So we say goodbye, and then you are about to turn away when you suddenly have a feeling that something is amiss. Suspicious, you glance at Ash Mantle again, just in time to see him tucking something into his sleeves. It looks like something of your... Bloody hell! He stole something from me. Huh. Let's grab his hand. Oh. Your hand snaps out, but Ash Mantle draws back suddenly and you miss grabbing his wrist. You see his dustman facade crumple, and with a frightened look, he runs off. Oh, he's gonna regret that. Kill him. Oh. Fuzzmutt. What did he steal from me? He could have stole my intestines. Why didn't he take that? I guess he... Anyway.
I'm gone.
Oh, well, let's talk to this guy. Or, woman. Yeah, I knew that was a woman. This old woman stands silently by the wall, staring off in the distance. She seems to be unconcerned with the flow of traffic around her, and clutches a wooden pole from which dozens of small fish are dangling. Hello? Oh, lo, sir. She squints at you for a moment, trying to discern your identity. Oh my. I was thinking you're one of me regular customers. She proffers her fish pole. Tuna, sir. Mackerel. Sea cucumber. No fish? Thanks. Her mouth presses down into a tight-lipped frown, and she stares off over your shoulder. Let's see, what is she looking at? You can see nothing of interest behind you. As you turn back to her, you catch her looking at you. She looks away quickly, resuming her staring off into the distance once more. What? Do I look familiar to you? Goodness, no. She pauses for a moment. You do. Have you seen me before then? I think ye, or a man with your very likeness, sir. 'Twas so long ago. Tell me. Well, sir, you see, me sight's not so good now. 'Twasn't back then neither, but I thought I saw ye walking past with a small group trailing along behind ye. What do these people look like? It's hard to say, sir. 'Twas so long ago, and ye walked by so quick-like, but I remember, now, the way ye held your head up. There was a woman following ye, trying to stop ye, to get ye to turn around and speak to her, but ye pushed her away. What happened then? Beautiful woman she was, looked so sad, so angry, all at once. She stood there for a moment, then followed along behind ye just the same, hustling to catch up. You said there was a group? Who else was there? She shrugs. There was at least 2 other gentlemen with ye, sir. The other one I remember too clearly, though, was tall, thin, reeked of bub, he did. I smelled him from across the way. Looked like he hadn't bathed in ages, too. He followed ye close, he did, and never said a word. Acted like the woman wasn't even there. Even when she bumped up against him, trying to stop ye. That's all I remember, sir. Give her some coin. How much do you give the fishwife? Let's give her 10. Oh my! Why, thank you, sir, most kindly. May the lady's shadow pass ye over. Alright. Marketplace. Okay, over here. Craddock? Is that the guy we were looking for? It's the only one I see with a name. Oh, this one has a name too. Let's just talk to him. You see a huge man watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He is hunched slightly, as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Hello? The man glances down at you and his frown deepens. Aye, what are you sniffing around here for? You Craddock? Mayhap? He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what be it to ye? Oh yeah, I remember this. I come with a message from Bayan the Sender. The message states, the shipment must be cursed by the 3rd day, or there will be a penalty. By the hells! Can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it there? Alright then, your message has found its way to the right ears, for all the good it will do. Looks like this quest keeps on going. What's the problem? Look around ye. Craddock nods at the laborers in the marketplace, then scowls. These laggards and half-wits can barely keep up with the load as it stands. And now it needs doing in half the time. Yeah, we can help. I'll tell you what I need. All my men to show up for work. Jahilia's gone missing since this morning, and I need him back now. Jahilia, where did he go? That hive-bred goat is probably passed out on the street somewhere by the smoldering corpse, when he should be here helping us. Worthless sod. I could go find him for you. For a price. Craddock is silent for a moment, then nods. Aye. You find Jahilia, you tell him to drag his worthless, bub-ridden hide here. I'll pay you for your troubles. He frowns. When you found him, now get. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Well, we know where that is. It's just back on the other screen. What is that thing? Lim. Can I talk to this thing? This odd-looking little creature appears both insect and animal in origin. Its legs are oversized, but its arms are small, nearly vestigial, and a brightly speckled half-shell runs down its back. It sports twin pairs of an insect-like wings, and has tiny black eyes and a mouth that always appears to be smiling gleefully. Aw, why don't we pet the little critter? Pio Pio. The Lim bounces around merrily, its wings buzzing. It seems to enjoy the affection immensely. Alright, pet it some more. Just says the same thing. Okay, let's leave it alone. Okay. Hive. Is there anyone else here? Or I should just read my journal. Well, simply fruit merchant. Hive merchant. Let's try one of these guys. Jump, Lim, jump! The merchant seems to suddenly notice you. Oh, greetings. Would you like to purchase one of these playful, gambolling Limlims, my lord? Not yet. Just what are these Limlims? They are from the Outlands, my lord. Neither wholly insect nor animal. They are friendly, playful, and quite loyal. He takes a sidelong glance at the Limlims, then leans close to whisper. Pretty tasty, too, in a pinch. Ugh. How much do they cost? A Limlim will provide its own food, eating insects, tiny rodents, and the like. They will follow you everywhere you go, are easy to clean up after, are quiet, exercise themselves with their constant flipping about, and, best of all, they can leap over 15 feet when prodded with hot coals. One only costs you about 40 coppers, my lord, a mere pittance for such an entertaining pet and friend. Morty, what do you think? Why not, boss? It'll be fun to kick around when you're down, right? Well, I can kick it vicariously through you, at least. I want to see that 15-foot hot coal jump, too. Alright, why not? Let's buy one of these little buggers. How nice, my lord. Here you are. Ah, my own Lim.
I couldn't carry any more, so I had to drop it.
Don't. Oh, come on. There's gotta be something I can just ditch here. Oh, dirty. Oh. 3 is the max. Okay, there we go. Where is it? Come on. Come on. There we go. Now I got a little pet. Hope it does something.
Come on in, Basher.
Alright, what about this merchant? This seedy-looking fellow was quick to spot you looking over at him. Aye, Basha, get over here. Come see what I got for you. He winks and waves you over. I had some questions. The man breaks in even before you can finish your sentence. You won't believe the deals I got for you today. You're smart, Basha, to come to me, you are? I won't cheat you like these pickin' bobbers. He motions to where the other merchants stand. Alright, what do you got? Scroll of Luck? Scroll of Blur. Sounds like crap to me. Actually, let's see if this guy's got something else. Questions. Oh. Okay, how about this hive merchant? This attractive young woman is smiling and beckoning to all passers-by as she calls out the virtues of her goods. Plates, jugs, cups, tankards, drinks from the goblet of the finest lords. Upon seeing you, she waves you over as if you were an acquaintance. Questions? Sorry, sir, I don't have no time for questions. I must sell what I can before the day is done. For my family is large and hungry. She holds open the lid of a crate behind her. Are you sure you wouldn't like to see what I have to offer, Alright. You peer into the crates full of plates, cups, jugs, tankards, cutlery, and the like. They look to be of varying degrees of quality, but some of it appears quite nice. As you're looking them over, she presses up against you. See anything you like, sir? Her long, waving hair brushing against your shoulder smells faintly sweet, like vanilla. Where does all this come from? She flashes a wicked grin. My lovers are all burglars, sir. These goods are pilfered from the homes of sigil nobles. Upon seeing your expression, she laughs sweetly. Ah, jest, sir. Merely, my father and brothers are tinkerers. These are wares which are discarded from the nobles' manors and made good by them once more. Ah, okay. Question? Oh, sir, but wait. She puts her hand on your forearm. Her touch is light as a feather. Are you sure there's nothing you need? Surely something for your own home or a gift. She bites her lip coyly, cocking her head slightly. Well, that is a nice plate right there. I'm kind of curious to see where this is going. Let's keep on. What, sir? This one over here? No, that... Wait, this is ridiculous. I need no plates, I had questions. She looks so sad, you're nearly stricken with guilt. Slowly, she lowers the lid of the crate. Sorry, sir, I have no time for questions.
I'm gone.
Hey, it's a rag. Okay, how about this one? Ooh. This older merchant has a worldly look to him. His deep voice is gentle but confident. Ah, hello there. Are you ready to sample some of the most delectable treats from across the plains, my good man? Mebeth, the midwife from the square, needs some herbs sprung from this seed here. Can you help me? The man takes the seed, looks at it critically as he presses it between his thumb and forefinger. He winces, and a small drop of blood appears on his thumb. Ah, this seed's got a bite on it. I noticed that. Do you have the herb she's talking about? He can't seem to take his eye off the seed. Lad, I don't know if there's anyone who has what your friend seeks. To be square, I've never seen such a seed before. You would need someone who cultivates seeds such as this, for I have none. Ugh. Well, okay. Where can I find such a person?
Updated my journal.
Don't know the dark of that, friend. He hands the seed back to you. You'd be hard-pressed to find a gardener in the hive. Gardener? Alright. I guess I have no choice. What is that? Oh, this guy? You see a spindly looking merchant with a brush of gray and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly colored robes, so much so that he looks like a flag with arms and legs. He is shaking slightly as you watch. Okay. Griscroll? He bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms are a twisted mass of black scar tissue, as if they were once badly burned. How did you hurt your hands? Griscroll doesn't seem to have heard you. He answers only with his spiel, delivered in the same flat monotone. Griscroll buy cloth, sell cloth, wash cloth, mend cloth, and he gestures at his layers of clothing with his shaking hands. Wear cloth. I asked, but how did you hurt your hands? Griscroll's monotone breaks. Griscroll buy cloth, sell cloth, wash cloth, mend cloth, and he gestures at himself again, but his hands are shaking so badly that he cannot even finish. Alright, what do you got? Okay, never mind. Gardener. Maybe they know where there's a talk.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
I don't mind you tagging along, but there's anything else you can do except chatter. It just sounds too mean. I guess he's not going to tell me anything different. What about this guy?
What is your will?
There are things I would know, Dakon. I will hear you. Can I talk to you about your teachings? Oh. Teach me anything of the weapon craft. Dakon shakes his head. I can redirect one towards the craft of war, but I cannot advance their skill. My weapons are not of steel, but a will and knowing of the self. Oh, if I ever need to resume the fighter profession, I'll ask you. Interesting.
Done.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Let's go find...
Done.
the guy that should be hanging out. Drunk.
All right.
No. Angry hive dweller. Could it be this guy? The man sways unsteadily back and forth, catches his balance for a moment, then manages a sickly, twisted smile at something just past your right ear. Hello. Oh. He nods slowly, then manages a phlegm-filled gurgle, and a small green-colored trail of drool begins to drip from the side of his mouth, running down in his scruffy, dirt-caked beard. He looks like he's barely able to stand up, much less carry on a conversation. Okay, not the person we're looking for. Collector? Actually, what is this guy's name? Jaheli. Okay.
I'm gone.
Could he actually be in the club? Let's make a quick... check here. No. Oh.
I'm gone.
Functional door nailed shut. Okay. Not in there. I don't think we talked to him before.
I'm gone. Done.
Leave that for another time.
I'm gone.
Another
All right.
drunk.
I'm gone.
Hive thugs. Oh. Terran. Man. There's
Done.
seriously a lot of people you can talk to around here.
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
Shh. Damsel in distress. You see a pretty young woman. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation and then notices you. Hello. She runs up to you and grabs your arm. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please. They're killing my sister. She begins to tug on your arm. Who? She looks around wildly. This drunken man who followed us from one of the taverns. We thought he meant no harm. Please, Cutter, there is no more time. Help us. Wait, first you said they were killing your sister, and now you say he is killing your sister. Which is it? She stares at you, unsure of what to say. I'm distraught. I made a mistake. She glances at the blood that stains her dress. Please help me, Cutter. Examine the blood on her dress. You glance down at her dress and look at the blood. Although it does appear to be real, it has completely dried. It must be hours old. Can you smell a trap? Pretty sure this is where this is going. That blood is hours old. What are you up to? You see her eyes flick to the blood stains and then back to you. You think you can hear a hint of nervousness in her voice. You are mistaken, Cutter. Please help me. My sister lies dying while we tarry. Jeez. Truth or bluff? Okay, let's go with the truth. She looks into your eyes and then glances at the scars that cover your body. She swallows nervously, and you see her pale before your eyes. I'm supposed to lure people into an alley nearby. They're waiting there to take your jink. She looks at you apprehensively. Let me give you some advice. She gazes at you in silence and then nods her head. Don't pick someone like me as your mark. Choose some drunken fop who looks like he's never seen a battle in his life. She nods once curtly. And make sure he looks like he has more than a couple coins to his name. Now get out of here. She nods curtly and then backs away from you. She hesitates for a moment and turns to leave. Thank you, Cutter. She sprints off.
Done.
Can't check
All
out
right.
the barrels. Starved dog barking thug.
I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm not finding this mysterious drunken guy anywhere. Huh.
Done.
Well,
Done.
Have you got the kid?
okay, let's check it out up here. Okay. Map. Where are we going to find a gardener? I don't think we want to go that way. I suppose we can just go back to the Mebeth and see what she says. Where am I? Flophouse. Okay. Let's see. Her house was down here. Okay. Mebeth turns as you enter and gives you a skeptical eye. Your path brings you back here, does it, child? I found the fruit merchant in the market. Aye, have you gotten the herbs I wanted? Not yet, Mebeth. He said he couldn't help me, that I'd have to find a gardener. Mebeth grunts, layabouts. In the olden days, people gave ingredients, not excuses. So, what should be done? Mebeth sighs. Look for a gardener, I suppose. She chews her lip. Where? Mebeth frowns. I haven't been out of this hut in many cycles, child. I don't know where one might find a gardener. But if he wants to learn the art, you have to learn to be persistent. So look. There must be one somewhere in the hive. Great. I don't think there's anything here. Okay.
I'm gone.
Collector? Let's see what this guy's up. A sharegrave, huh? Tall and lanky, this pale, grim-looking man exudes authority despite his gangly and somewhat awkward frame. A good portion of his left ear is missing. What little that's left is a ragged mess of scar tissue, as if the ear was bitten off rather than cut. His narrow, shifting eyes, almost mere slits, look clever and dangerous. Greetings. He spits out a reply. I don't know you, Burke. He glares at you. What do you want? Answer quick before I call in some men to make quick work of you. Who are you? He scoffs and looks at you incredulously. Burke, who I am is the second thing you should have known before you stomped your shriveled up, corpse-looking self in here. Calm down, I don't mean any harm. Oh, you don't say. Well, that makes it all piking better then, don't it? Now I'm going to ask you one more time before your arse hits the street, possibly in several pieces. What do you want? I had some questions. He's quiet for a moment, then nods. That's so. Like what? I'm looking for a journal that I lost. I don't know anything about that, he frowns, then looks hard at you. Should I? No, my apologies. Guess not.
Done.
Okay.
Done.
I don't think we've gone in here before. Nestor, huh? Arlo? Let's talk to Arlo here. You see a short, baldy man standing in what serves as the foyer to this ramshackle flophouse. His bushy brows are furrowed in concentration as he picks at what appear to be scabs on his large, bulbous nose. Hello? The man doesn't bother to look up. Instead, he continues to stare cross-eyed down at his nose. Yeah, what do you want? Questions. Well, ain't that nice? He flashes you a sarcastic, yellow-toothed smile. And I'm sure you'll find your answers someday. But I've got me a business to run, so if you don't want a bed, then I suggest you pike off. No, I don't.
I'm gone.
Do not need a bed. Who the hell's this guy? You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with gray stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He does not seem to notice you approach. Hello. At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide, staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, no, no. It's not you, ho-ho, but soon, yes, soon. Oh, what is he talking to? The old man seems oblivious to your presence. Ho-ho-ho, you'll come, yes, you'll come, and old Nestor will be waiting. Waiting? Who are you waiting for? Waiting, yes! He suddenly plops down on the floor, as if overcome by exhaustion. Long have I waited, waiting. He takes a deep breath and springs back to his feet. Wait forever if I have to. Do you hear me? You okay? No! Nestor's face turns beet red and his whole body shakes in protest. My fork! Can't leave without my fork. Ho ho! Fork, fork, fork! Your fork? Fork, fork, fork. Can't go home without my fork. Nestor's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. He begins hopping up and down maniacally, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the flophouse. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone. Stolen. Can't go home without my fork. Stolen, you say? Who took your fork? Nestor stares at you for a long moment, then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds, he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. Judging by the stench and color of the ear, you'd wager that the old loon has been tottering around in his pocket for some time. You have my fork, don't you? Don't you? Ho ho. He holds the ear close, as if speaking to it. Bring back my fork. Maybe I can help you. Waiting, ho ho. He shakes the ear violently as he shouts into it. Until you bring it back, then I can go home. Right, I'll try to find your fork.
Updated my journal.
You see the tall figure of a creature standing before you. Okay, the lower portion of its body resembles that of a goat. However, just above its powerful forelegs, its shape takes on a more human appearance, with a man's torso, arms, and head, all of which are covered in polished armor. The creature's eyes are closed, and it appears to be sleeping. Hello? The creature snorts briefly, but its eyes remain shut. Apparently, it's not a light sleeper. Alright.
Done.
Alright, let's check out this area. Okay, where am I now? Oh. Alley to dangerous angles.
All right.
Gardener. Seriously, am I gonna have to like talk to every random person just to find the gardener? Like, who's this guy? In a loud, booming voice, Braskin asks, "What in the name of the abyss are you doing in my house? Leave now before I make you even more ugly than you already are." Well, he's pissed off. Let's steal his stuff. Aww. Crier.
Done.
He doesn't look like somebody that will know.
All right.
Harlot. Creedon. Okay. This foul-looking man is quick to notice he's caught your attention. In moments he's upon you, hawking his wares. He carries a long wooden pole, dozens of skinned and cooked rats dangle from it. As he speaks, he gestures to them with a broad, filth-encrusted hand, smiling a yellow, snaggletooth grin all the while. "Oi, Cutter, how you doing there? What sort of delicious ratsies is you interested in this fine day?" Examine the ratsies. Each rat has been skinned and gutted. Their feet and tails removed, they dangle from the pole by hooks punched through their necks. As you examine the various manners in which they've been prepared, you realize their heads are slightly misshapen. A bulbous knot of bone protrudes from each cranium, covered in whorls that give it the appearance of brain tissue. Those are strange-looking rats. You've got a keen eye there, Cutter. All I sell is brain vermin, I do. I'm sure you'll find they've got a much richer flavor than your usual rat. Quite nice, really. He proffers them to you once more, waving the pole before your face enticingly. The rats sway to and fro, hooked like tiny sides of beef. Brain vermin. Aye, Cutter, brain vermin. Foul creatures they are. Nah, your normal rats, they'll just eat stored goods and multiply, spread disease and all that. A nuisance, really, no more. Your cranium rats, though, brain vermin, what I go after, they're just trouble. When you get more than a handful of the little pikers together, they start to get smart on you. Sometimes real smart. They become more intelligent. Sure as I'm standing here before you, they do. If I ran across any more than 2 of them, I'd flee from a case like that. He snaps to emphasize the point. I would. You get that many of them in a pack and why, they get smart as a man, they do. Go on. Here's my best advice for you, Cutter. If you're bent on catching brain vermin, stick to small packs. A dozen or so at most. But I tell you, he steps close, his breath fetid in your face, and speaks in a hushed tone. You run into more than that, more than a couple dozen, you run like you're in the shadow of the lady. He backs away from you again. Why? What is there to fear? Sorcery, Cutter, sorcery. You get enough of those little fiends in a space, and they gain all sorts of odd powers. Make a basher's brain pour out its ears, they will. Downright frightening. It's just wrong, I tell you. Say, why Sigil's so eager to be rid of him, the bounty and all. Bounty? Someone pays for rat tails? That's right, Cutter. There's a brook in the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. Name a lord who pays a bounty on them. A copper a head or tail it is, aye. But they gotta be brain vermin, they do. Not just ordinary rats. Tell me about this Lort fellow. His name's Phineas. Phineas Lort. Think it was some sort of Agup? He was put down by his rivals and stuck here in the arse in the Sigil. The Burk sits in there alone all night and day and seems waiting for your folk to bring in tales and paying them the bounty. You know the best part? Poor sod must be allergic to rats, because he always got a huge rash going. Ho ho! Powers be praised, I ain't that fella. Put down. Any idea why that would happen? Well, he's right chatty, and he is rattle is a bone box for hours on just how smart he is and the like. Mayhap that's got something to do with it. He shrugs. Oof. Okay, that's good. Oh, no thanks. I'll pass on the roasted rat.
All right.
Leave that thing alone. She doesn't know where I can find a gardener, does she? No.
All right.
Dang it. Just back to the bar again. The warehouse. Painted door to tenement of thugs. That really sounds like a place I do not want to go. Now there is one thing I seem to recall I need to do, and that is find the that woman who is terrified of going through any door.
Done.
Let's see, where did she run off to? I think I found her like just standing outside here. No? Oh. Oh, well, you see a man in tattered clothing. As you approach him, he suddenly stops and begins to look around frightened. Hello. The man looks startled, then takes a step back. Eh? What do you be wanting, Cutter? His voice is shaking, he seems taken aback by your scars. I have nothing on me, so as I don't, and my rags are not worth the trouble. Calm yourself. I'm not here to rob you. I had some questions. He keeps a safe distance, and his eyes dart from side to side as if expecting something to step out of the shadows. Questions, he said, and what might those questions be? Lady of Pain? The Mistress of Sigil. You've not heard of her? We must be blessed or more know little about Sigil indeed. He laughs weakly. Lady's words law here in Sigil. He thinks for a moment. Except she don't say much. Dead silent she is, actually. Some law? He looks at you warily. Don't want to be talking too much about her, Cutter. You don't want to cross her shadow, nor be singing her praises, all right? Now let's say no more about it. Rattling your bone box about the lady is dim indeed. Alright. Eh? He licks his lips as you turn to leave. Cutter, you might think he studies for your moment. You could spare a few coppers for a blood who helped you on your way? Not many around here do that for a fella. Enough for a man to wet his tongue after all that talking. I'll give him 1. He glances around to see if anyone saw the exchange, then tucks the jink in the folds of his robe. Thank you kindly, Cutter. May the lady's shadow pass you by.
Done.
Yep, those are the
Done.
dustmen. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can finish this quest. You see Ban the Sender. As you approach, he looks at you hopefully. Were you successful in finding Craddock, good sir? Yes, and I passed along your message, although it didn't seem to please him any.
Updated my journal.
Ban doesn't seem to have heard any word after yes, for he smiles and heaves a sigh of relief. Good fortune indeed. Thank you, good sir, thank you. He reaches into his robe and pulls forth a handful of coppers, which he counts out, then hands to you. 15 commons for delivering a message, yeah, fair enough. Oh, more than fair, good sir, more than fair. I could say without hesitation that there is no finer profession in all Sigil than that of a runner for the House of Cinders. I'll keep that in mind. Ah. Where did that other woman go?
All right. I'm gone.
No idea. Ah. Don't think I want to find anybody I want in here.
All right. Done.
Ingress. You see Ingress. She is huddled inside her cloak of dirty rags, her teeth chattering. She is glancing furtively about, as if expecting to be attacked at any moment. Greetings, Ingress. Ah, you. She squints at you. What is it you want now? You want me to leave? Not leaving the city, so I'm not. I can't. Tired. It's not a city, it's a prison to everywhere. Ingress, I found someone who can take you back to your home plane. Ingress falls silent. I want to go. I want to leave this place. His name is Kandarian. He should be along shortly to help you. Trust him, alright? Ingress says nothing, merely nods quietly, her teeth chattering inside her mouth. I'll go back and meet Kandarian at the Smoldering Corpse Bar and make sure everything turned out alright. Be strong, Ingress.
Updated my journal.
Tch.
Done. Done.
Hive dwellers. Angry hive dweller.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Now the game crashed the last time I ran in here. Let's see if it... Oh good, didn't blow up. Nope, still has nothing to say to me.
All right.
Just... Buried village. Wait, have we made it down here? Alley of lingering sighs? Well, I think, guys, I'm going to have to put a cut in this episode here.
Done.
We'll pick it up next time, and hopefully we can find out where this mysterious gardener is. I hope so. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.